Good morning, my dear students. This is Neeraj Kumar, your English teacher. Today, I'll be teaching you poem number 5 from our class 6th. Poem is Where Do All the Teachers Go? So now, let's discuss this poem in detail. As you can see, the poem is Where Do All the Teachers Go? The poem is composed by Peter Dixon. Just before giving you the explanation of this poem, I would like to give an overview that what basically we are going to study in this poem. What basically the poet has described in this poem. So the poet basically has talked about a teacher in past, when a teacher used to be a child. So did he or she also used to go to school, used to do homework, used to sit in the class. So that is all about a teacher. The entire poem is all about a teacher. Did he used to go to school? Did he follow all the things that we are following these days? So now let's discuss in detail. So here I'm going to explain to you line wise. So here, for a little child, a teacher is special. It is difficult for a small child to think of his or her teacher as an ordinary. So in these two lines, what is explained by the poet, I tell you. Basically, a teacher is a very special person for a child. And it is very much difficult for a teacher to think of his teacher that he is an ordinary person. Teacher is just a person in a child's life who grooms child, who develops his entire personality. So it is really difficult for a child to think of his teacher that he is an or she is an ordinary person. So now let us move ahead. Where do all the teachers go when it is 4 o'clock? Do they live in houses and do they wash their socks? So in the very first stanza, the poet describes about the teacher. Actually, he talks about when school is dismissed, when school gets over. So the poet thinks of when means after completing my school, if all the students, when all the students are reaching back to their houses. So do the teachers also have got their houses, right? Do the teachers also reach their home? So this is the question. This is the question that arises in poet's mind. Poet is basically asking and just asking himself, when we people go to home, when school is dismissed, so the teachers also go to home? Do the teachers also have got houses? When it is 4 o'clock, बेटा यहाँ पर 4 o'clock का मतलब होता है when school gets over, when school is dismissed. Do they live in houses? Do they wash their socks? Means as we people after reaching, we just take off our shoes and socks and just wash them. So do the teachers also wash their shoes and socks? Right? So in this first stanza, this is something has been asked by the poet. Now let us come to next. Do they wear pajamas and do they watch television? And do they pick their noses the same as you and me? Now let's talk about the second stanza, what basically has been narrated by the poet. Poet says, as we people wear pajamas when we people are at home, we simply are in casual dresses. So that do the teachers also wear pajamas? He assumes about the teachers. And as we people watch television when we are free, so do the teachers also watch television? Do they pick their noses? Sometimes just because of some kind of disappointment, some kind of frustration, we start picking our just noses, right? And it is just because of some kind of disturbance, some kind of botheration, right? Now let us move ahead. The same as you and me means यहाँ पर पोइट का मतलब है कि जैसे हम कभी कभी we start touching our nose, right? It is just because of some kind of frustration, some kind of botheration, right? It's kind of fidgeting. We start touching our nose. So do the teachers also do the same as we people do? Now let us move ahead. आगे बढ़ते हैं. Do they live with other people? Have they moms and dads? And were they ever children? And were they ever bad? Now let's reach stanza number 3. Let us talk about stanza number 3. Poet basically is asking himself. Poet अपने आप से पूछ रहा है. Means as we people live with our parents, brother, sister, right? So do the teachers also live with their parents, with their brother and sisters? Have they moms and dads? As we people have got moms and dads, so do the teachers also have got moms and dads? And were they ever children? Now poet says as we people are children, go to school, complete our homework, play in the ground. So were the teachers also children in the past? And were they ever bad? Means poet says that as we people make mistakes, doing mischief in the class, creating nuisance in the class. So did the teachers also do the same thing in the past when they were children and reaching school? Now let us move ahead. आगे बढ़ते हैं. Did they ever never spell right? Did they ever make mistakes? Were they punished in the corner if they pinched the chocolate flakes? Now let's talk about stanza 4. What actually happens in this paragraph? So when something is being taught in the class by the teacher, and when most probably we people are asked to spell something, so we make mistakes. Poet wants to know that did the teachers also do the same thing? I mean make mistakes. So while making some mistakes, or I should say after making some mistakes, we people are punished by the teachers in our class. So were the teachers also punished by the teachers when they were children? And when we people keep taking chocolate, eating chocolate in the class, and we people are punished. So did it happen to the teachers when they were children in the past? Now let us move ahead, आगे बढ़ते हैं. Did they ever lose their hymn books? Did they ever leave their greens? Did they scribble on the desktop? Now let's talk about this stanza, what the poet has said. Poet wants to know that when they were children, did they ever lose their poem books? Did they ever leave their greens? When they have brought green vegetables, and it was to be taken, it was to be eaten by them, but they avoided that. So did they do the same? Did they scribble on the desktop? As we people keep writing on the desk forcibly, means with force. So did the teachers also do the same when they were children? I hope you understand. Let us move ahead. Now let's continue. Did they wear all dirty jeans? I will follow. One back home today. I will find out what they do. Then I'll put it in a poem that they can read to you. So in the last stanza, let us know about it. Poet wants to know that when we people go to any party, so before reaching there we like to wear informal dresses like jeans. So poet wants to know that did they also like to wear jeans before reaching party? So the poet has decided today, that means today I would certainly follow one of the teachers, and I would like to know that is it true or not? I'll find out what they do. Means I want to know that is it true or not. After making confirm if it is so, I will certainly would compose a poem that they can read to you. So after making it confirm, and all the readers will come to know that yeah, exactly it is true. Means you people will be having time just to know about the teachers, that exactly the teachers also did the same thing when they were children. So my dear students, now here this poem ends. I hope you must have understood. Thank you very much.